Good day everyone, I am Lani Kim Archie and my topic in midterm is Rizal's ethico-moral philosophy. My common theme is Rizal's morality and rationality towards the church wrongdoings. And in Rizal's context, it is his letter to his mother in 1885 which says, "For me, religion is the holiest thing, the purest, the most intangible, which escapes all human adulterations, and I think I would be recreant to do my duty as a rational being if I were to prostitute my reason and admit what is absurd. I do not believe that God would punish me if I were to approach Him using reason and understanding." The practicality to present situation of being moral and rational is that being rationalistic is crucial to come up with a good decision based on rational and morality. And its beneficiality to present situation is to be able to decide objectively in a given situation or scenario. One example of it is when Rizal opposed the abuses and hypocrisy of the Catholic hierarchy. Its applicability to present situation is when you are given a situation or a scenario which you have to decide what is right and wrong, putting aside personal feelings. And my enduring understanding about being rational and moral is that it is very useful in the future. For instance, facing challenges that involves moral and ethical principles. This lesson is beyond just History 10 class because it doesn't end when this class ends, and I can use it in the future. My reflection will be discussed through telescoping as it has something to do with the society, namely the church wrongdoings. The word that struck me is that I do not believe that God would punish me if I were to try to approach Him using reasoning and understanding, which I totally agree when Rizal wrote a letter to his mother saying that him being rational about what's been happening to the church and how friars treat people is not reasonable just because they are on the higher level of the hierarchy, which I totally agree because I think that morality should be based on what is right, not with who's at the higher rank in the hierarchy. When Rizal said that being rational in approaching God, implying that he will deal with the churches and friars in a rational way, for me, it is reasonable because religion is not a proof of how good or bad a person is and their actions. People cannot use religion to justify their actions, and I like that Rizal see things that way too, just like me. So, as a student, these qualities are so important because we can apply this to our present situation and it is also beneficial. When we deal with things or situations that our emotions might get over our proper decision, we can use our rational thinking for our objectives to be followed. I can relate to this because I have been in situations where I couldn't act as planned and emotions get over me and it ruined everything. But if you have a goal, you should learn to stick with what is right and what you think is moral. Aside from that, I also learned that this thing is beyond just History 10 class because I can use it outside the world and in reality as a guidance to remain on the right path and following and achieving my goals.